Okay, welcome back everyone. Just give me a sec. I need to check out the camera, which is not working properly. So I have to do this. Is it working now? It should be working. So, welcome back everyone. Hopefully everyone can hear me. We'll check it out after the stream actually starts. So, hopefully everyone is doing well. It's been such a long time until we did one of these. It's been almost 1.5 years now since the previous community hangout, and honestly, I missed all of you, so I decided to do some videos again, to do these streams again, so we can talk about stuff. And I believe it's important for the community to just have a place where we can just talk about stuff, and we can, you know, cover more topics than usually I would on the channel. Blood Assassin is working nice. You mean Gothic? I don't know. Maybe. So, how is everyone doing? Hopefully everyone is doing well today. So, I wanted to cover some topics when it comes to Cyberpunk, Witcher, and other topics that you can ask for. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. So, I do apologize if the camera is going all over the place. OBS has been giving me some issues, and along with the camera is just terrible on that end. So, yeah. So first things first, Cyberpunk. It's been a while since I did a lot of videos when it comes to generally other topics besides the news that I was doing. So I want to cover more lore, which I've been kind of covering with Adam Smasher, but I was busy working with other stuff, and I kind of abandoned the channel a little bit, which I am not really proud of, and that's now I want to return and do more videos that I did before, because I finished all of the other work, because obviously YouTube is not my primary job. So now I actually have time to do more than just the usual, you know. So yeah. You've been working on a game in Unity? Yeah. So yeah, when it comes to content, I also wanted to do more content besides The Witcher and Cyberpunk, because honestly I can do so many videos, and it can become especially boring if I just do Witcher Cyberpunk, because I really want to extend the audience a little bit and just talk about different stuff and include other stuff on the channel, which is something that I will do right now. Can't wait for Stalker if it comes out. Well, so far as I've heard about the Stalker, obviously the GSC Game World is in Ukraine, so what has been happening there, it's not good. I cannot talk about that because YouTube, it will demonetize the video immediately. It's just how it is. But when it comes to GSC Game World, so far, I mean, we have been getting some news from them, but I think they moved some of the development out of Ukraine. I'm not sure, I cannot confirm that, but until obviously what is happening there doesn't pass, I mean, we cannot expect anything when it comes to Stalker, sadly. But they have other things to worry about, much bigger than Stalker, so it's understandable. Like, I just hope everything goes all right, and then we can talk about Stalker in general. Elden Ring content, yeah, I've been doing some Elden Ring content, not too much. I don't know. I did a couple of videos, but I could do like more, like do a review or something like that, because I don't know, those games are not kind of a primary thing on the channel, and I do want to change that now a little bit. And it's always like difficult when you're changing content up. You're not going to get a lot of views on the content that you do, like the new content, because you don't really have an audience for that. It's just how it goes on YouTube today. You have trends. So for example, sometimes a channel is gonna get 60,000 views, 100,000 views, sometimes it doesn't. It's just how trends work on YouTube, and that's why a lot of people actually get demotivated from YouTube, because they look at that trend and you get a bunch of views, and then all of that runs out, and then you're back to like 1,000 views, and then people get demotivated because they're like, people don't want to watch my videos anymore. It's just how it goes with trends and YouTube. It's incredibly normal, and what's important is just to steer the ship and hope for the best. Cautiously excited about Starfield. It has immense potential. Yeah, it has potential. Like they have been hyping up Starfield for a long time. They've been saying 25 years rolled in development, you know. And I actually want this game to succeed because I've been looking for a new Bethesda game for a while. So I really hope that the game is gonna be fire when it comes out. I mean, I'm cautiously optimistic. You know, I don't want to hype myself too much for the game, which honestly we don't even have gameplay for yet. But I like the idea. I like space exploration in general. So we'll see how they handle this. I know one thing, there's gonna be mods. At least we know that. Hopefully it doesn't turn into Fallout 76, you know, who knows. I mean, Fallout 76 was done by a different team. That whole project was just I don't know. I like the idea, as I said in my previous video, I love the idea of a Fallout multiplayer. I love it. It has always been the discussion, when are we getting a multiplayer Fallout game? Ever since like Fallout 3 came out, people were asking like, okay, what is Bethesda gonna do next? Is there gonna be multiplayer? And then it happens, and it's not done from the heart, and obviously, you know, it's successful to some extent. Like, actually, like Fallout 76 has a very active player base, but it could have had more. It could have had much more, and honestly, it could be great for everyone. Yeah, as far as I know, I don't think, like, Starfield is not online, right? That's only single player as we know it. Hey bro, hey, Windman95. Night Tilt. LKM, hello back. Hopefully, because I wanted to actually do the stream a couple of hours before, but I was like, every time I do a stream at like 4 p.m., that's very early in the US, so I wanted to move it a little bit more when the US actually wakes up. Have I played Outer Wilds? I think for a bit, but nothing too much, to be honest. That's the thing, like, I've been very busy with other stuff, with other work that I've been doing, because I'm also a producer and I also do marketing. So I didn't have a lot of time to focus on YouTube, but now that other projects have passed, because I do project to project, I can now focus on this, which is the channel, finally. So I can do videos daily because I don't have anything else to do now, to be honest, so I can just make videos. But yeah, when it comes to Outer Wilds, that's about it. When it comes to The Witcher, well, we were all kind of hit with the news of everything which has been happening with that. Obviously, the reason why has been moved from Saber Interactive, which has been some hints before, which I didn't want to believe because I was like, please don't happen, but it did. Because Saber Interactive, even though the company is based in the US, they have two teams, the Belarusian team and the Russian team, and due to sanctions and everything else, you cannot do business with that team because it's no longer viable financially, and you cannot really do contracts, and it's a whole bunch of complications which go into that. So now it's moved back into CDPR, but Saber Interactive does have other divisions. So I was thinking like maybe there was some problems during that development. Who knows? Who knows what was happening? We don't have any info whatsoever when it comes to that. Hey, greetings from Poland. Greetings to Poland. Greetings to... Actually, Poland makes the number 3 when it comes to countries which are watching my channel. First is US, second one is UK, and the third one is Poland, actually. So big hi to Poland. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Fallout 76 could have been amazing. It could have been, you know, filled with stuff, but they were late. They were late. They implemented some stuff, but they were late. And all of those issues before that, entering dev room, come on. Entering a dev room in an online game. Come on. Let's be realistic here. But yeah, when it comes to The Witcher now, it's back to CDPR as we know. And honestly, so far we don't have any information what's gonna be happening, when is that coming out, how much work has been done, what do they have to do. It's pretty bad right now when it comes to that because we don't have any info, but it is what it is, sadly. Because it's, you know, you have so many developers working at your company, so now you have to assign people who are already working on something else. Now you have to, you know, enhance The Witcher. So it's always like difficult to do that. It's always difficult to do that. Hello back to Pakistan. Man, I have you know, that's amazing thing about this channel, because I get to interact with people from all around the world. From Kazakhstan, hello my friend, hello. All over the world, and it's amazing. I love it. So when it comes to community hangouts, I will do them every single week. What I was thinking is I want to stream more. But I want to stream more on Twitch, and the reason for that is because YouTube streaming is incredibly robust. So if, let's say we're playing a video game and you want me to react to maybe a trailer or something, I cannot do that because the moment there is like video footage, audio, even for a couple of seconds, the entire stream gets demonetized. Now, I don't run ads in my stream because I think it ruins the experience of people, and I don't want people to just get bombarded with ads. I don't like that. I want people to enjoy the stream first and then incorporate ads in a normal, fashionable manner, which on YouTube can be a little bit tricky. I do have a button here, for example, I can just press insert ad, but I don't want to do that. So when it comes to Twitch, Twitch allows me a lot more to change up games, to talk about different stuff, to watch videos that we can react to when it comes to just video games in general, which YouTube doesn't. So that's why. Hello from Mauritius. Hello, my friend. What's up, LKM? I'm doing great. I'm doing great, my friend. I'm just resting a little bit. I was working on a video for tomorrow. So tomorrow there's a video, obviously, and the day after that, and the day after that, because as I said, now I'm free, available, and I don't have anything else to do at this moment. So I'm not gonna have anything to do in the next 2-3 months, so we can focus on the channel. Ever thought about doing walkthroughs? That's why I want to start the stream on Twitch, because I can stream games there and then upload an archive to like a different channel, which allows me to do that. Also, YouTube is complicated for a couple of reasons when it comes to bitrate. On Twitch, you get bitrate for like 5,000 bitrate, which you need to have a really good image, because they have a different encoding system. On YouTube, I put 15,000, 20,000 bitrate, which for a PC, any PC, like it can be problematic to encode. Nevertheless, you also need a really good internet for it to encode. Now, internet is not a problem, but when you're playing games which have RTX, streaming, and if you don't have a second like streaming PC, it can be incredibly difficult. Am I currently on Twitch? Yes, I'm currently on Twitch. LastKnownMeal, it's my channel, but I haven't streamed on it like at all. But also on top of that, I actually have drops on Twitch. So if there is a game which has drops, I can actually stream and enable drops for people. It's funny because Twitch and Amazon allowed me that, even though I don't stream there, which is funny. And I actually have a great relationship with Amazon. They have been great when it comes to just giving betas, giving early access. They were really, really good. So from that standpoint, like, I don't know, it's actually much more enjoyable to stream there. What happened to the podcast? Well, when it comes to the podcast, sadly, Cyberpunk community podcast is never coming back. And it's not the reason that we don't want to do it or there was falling out or anything. No, it's Mad Queen is, I believe, now on Harvard, so big props to that. Or Cambridge, or Harvard. She's one of those two universities, so she's studying. Neon is, I believe, not doing videos, or I don't know, like I see videos, but I don't know if he's active all that much. Obsidian is Triple S League are still doing videos, but I believe they have moved from Cyberpunk. So when it comes to the podcast itself, sadly, that's not coming back anytime soon. It was fun while it lasted, definitely fun, amazing, but yeah, it's just people moved on to do other stuff, and there's people who just, you know, they're not on YouTube anymore. It's just how it is. You just have to deal with those things. But I was thinking of starting a podcast, which I'll see how it's gonna be. I don't want to just have another podcast. I want to do something actually connected to game development. I want to bring game development closer to people by actually talking with people from the industry. And I already talked with a few people before, including, like, for example, Doug Cockle, who was voicing Geralt of Rivia. You have an interview with that. I also have an interview with Mike Pondsmith. I also have a few other interviews lined up, which I don't want to talk about. They're actually really connected to the channel, incredibly connected to the channel, but I will keep them silent for now, but those are being negotiated. But I also want to get people from the industry, actual developers from all spheres, to talk about video games, to bring video game development closer to people, you know. Because I actually think that people, not majority, some people don't understand how game development is and how things and decisions are made. So when you say like, oh, we want third person in Cyberpunk, it would be cool, but it's never happening. Because doing that requires incredible amount of resources, which, you know, could be made, but at the same time, it doesn't mean that the CDPR management wants to do it. Because at the end of the day, they have the last say. They are the ones who decide, along obviously with the team leads and the game director. they have the last say on what happens. So it is how it is, you know. As a, let's say, a developer, you can obviously have your say in it, but the ultimate decision comes from the top. It's just how it is in any company, not just you know, gaming development. So yeah. So yeah, that's what comes to that. So I want to do more interviews, which I'm currently working on. So it takes a while because I want to have a list of people which is going to be set in stone, so I can have a constant stream of those interviews. So that's something that I want to expand the channel with, which I think is going to be very interesting. We're also going to be talking about some of the Stalker content because I want to do more kind of lore videos on that, see how it's gonna do. Everything else is pretty much gonna be how it was before when it comes to like Cyberpunk and The Witcher, but obviously I don't want to force that too much. Yeah, I mean, sadly third person is not happening. I mean, when you see a job posting of like head model, hair model, all of that, that's not only connected to, it can be, obviously those people can work on third person perspective, but it's not just that, because head modeling in video games goes through everything. Every single NPC you see, every single character you see has to go through modeling, obviously, through head modeling. Sentinel Cheese, new member, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining the channel. Why do you think THQ are giving so little information on development of Gothic remake? So there are some information about the Gothic remake, not too much, obviously. I don't know. Actually, I think that the game director for Gothic remake is following me on Twitter, because I saw like someone liked something. I was like, wait a second, I know that name. So I go there. So I was like trying to figure out if there is anything, but no. So far, when it comes to Gothic remake, it's still in development, and there is no info on that. I just hope it's gonna be good, because let's face it, the Gothic community is a very difficult one. And I can understand why, because the original games are just creme de la creme. So when people try to make something which Gothic is not, of course you're gonna be like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing that? Because, you know, a point of a remake, in my opinion, is to maintain what the original and how good was it, and to maintain the formula if it works, obviously, and if it's relevant enough for today, and improve on everything which is not working. You know, when people try to turn remakes into something with the original is not, you're not gonna succeed in that, obviously, you know. Zero confidence the expansion will be worth reinstalling. Well, I don't make decisions like that. I make decisions based on things I see, obviously, and it's impossible to say if it's going to be good, if it's going to be bad, until you see it. What CDPR is, for example, now they have, like, if an expansion is going to show a lot. It's going to show like how organized the company is, and what have they learned from everything else, you know, because development is a learning process. And you know, when it comes to CDPR, like, they have a classic case of growing too fast, too big, too fast. And that's what happens with every company which has a huge success, and then it has to expand incredibly fast, because it has to maintain this certain level of production and plans and everything. And once you get the money involved, of course you want to grow your company. So once that happens, you get a problem in the middle management. And when you have problems in the middle management, when this communication breaks, things are not looking well. And if you have a management which cannot properly navigate through those issues, problems happen. So hopefully now this has been worked on. Obviously, from the outside, we cannot know much, because, you know, we're not inside of a company, so we cannot know. I wonder what a Cyberpunk game will look like in Unreal Engine 5. So yeah, it's safe to assume, like every other game, not just Cyberpunk or whatever they come up with next, is gonna be in Unreal Engine 5. So yeah, we'll see how it's gonna. First, I want to see how The Witcher is gonna be working Read Jason Schreier, Blood, Sweat, and Pixels. As soon as he unblocks me, I'm gonna read his book. Simple as that. Cheers. Also, for the sake of YouTube, let's say this is water. So yeah, as soon as Jason unblocks me, I'm gonna read his book. Let's see. It's not about finding new things for me, it's about general interest in other playthrough. Yeah. Yeah, so I did walkthroughs when I was starting this channel. But I stopped doing them because honestly, walkthroughs for a long time were not really viewed. You know, you print out, because walkthroughs are like you print out a video a day, but they're not doing so well. They weren't doing for a very long time, you know. CPU Unreal Engine wouldn't be great performance-wise. The Matrix demo runs terribly so far. The Matrix demo is a tech demo, and every tech demo, when you check it out, doesn't run well because it's forced to present you with technicals. You know, how light will work, how gazillions and gazillions of those little things will work. So it's like when you have a tech demo, it's always gonna be problematic. I mean, it all comes down to optimizations. At the end of the day, every single product is gonna be working terribly until it's optimized. It's just how it is, you know. Slav Vater. Yes, it's that. Haven't stopped playing Cyberpunk since release. Game is massive and highly replayable. Yeah, if you want to do other classes, it's definitely replayable. Yeah. Modernizing original version, that's what a remake should be. Yeah, when you think about remakes, that's exactly what it should be about. It should be about improving stuff in general and just focusing on that, you know, just to make the experience better, but to maintain what the previous game was actually about and why it deserves a remake in the first place, you know. So that's the whole point of it. So yeah, I mean, yeah, when it comes to frames, like it all comes down to optimization. If it's optimized well, the game is gonna run. If it's not, but sometimes engine can be a problem, which Red Engine has its plus sides, but also it seems it has its lot of downside. And at the same time, maintaining an engine, upgrading an engine costs money, huge amounts of money and workforce from people. You have to hire incredibly good people if you want a good engine, and they cost money. Like everyone who knows how to do their job is gonna be costing a lot of money, you know. Speaking of remakes, they should remake Cyberpunk. Yeah, cool, but that's never happening. You know, I was surprised the amount of people who said, "Why don't they just port Cyberpunk from Red Engine to Unreal Engine 5? It doesn't go that way. You know, go ahead, take a Tesla and put it in a Ford Raptor chassis. Just put the battery and everything else. It's not gonna work. It's not made for that. It has to be redesigned, remade, debugged, and it could be incompatible because those are just two different engines. The reason why I transitioned from Unreal Engine 4 and Unreal Engine 5 works is because it's made by the same company. It's in their interest to have an easy switch, if you know what I mean. Alchemy, excited about Shadowrun Trilogy coming to console? Actually, yes. I didn't know it's coming to console, really. Nice. I'm gonna check that out. I remember playing Shadowrun. I think that's like 20th video on this channel. So yeah, it's been a while. Do you think Cyberpunk is going to have Mass Effect type sequels? I mean, I'm sure that the Cyberpunk is gonna have a sequel, but if it's gonna be a direct story or anything like that, it's impossible to know. But it's gonna be interesting where they take the game next, because 2077 was kind of a soft reboot of 2020, everything which is happening from the game, which I don't want to go into spoilers, but everyone knows, like, the story of 2077 is really like inspired by 2020, you know, and everything which is happening in 2020 with Soul Killer and everything else. So it's a soft reboot. Actually, I would love to see a Cyberpunk game during the time of the Red, when the nuke exploded and basically you had more of a Mad Max type universe rather than Cyberpunk. But yeah, let's see. Have you ever thought about working for CD Projekt since you're a producer and you like the company? Well, I'm a film and TV producer. Obviously, like, and I do events, but producing video games, totally different thing. I mean, I would love to work in a video game company, but not right now, to be honest. And it would be cool to work for CDPR, but I wasn't pursuing it really, and I don't know, like, I wasn't going for it at all. But yeah, let's see. I think Cyberpunk 2 could still be on their table. I mean, of course, Cyberpunk is gonna have a sequel eventually because those are the two IPs they have. I mean, they have the Witcher IP and the Cyberpunk IP. For everything else, they have to make a new IP or license something else, like they licensed Cyberpunk and how they licensed the books, the Witcher books from Sapkowski. Let's see. I'll get through all of your questions. Don't worry. What are expectations of the thing Molasses Flood is doing? Genre? I like, listen, this is speculation. This is pure speculation. So Molasses Flood has been a studio which likes to do survival games, and their previous game was actually a co-op survival thing. Now, it doesn't mean that they will do survival immediately, co-op survival, but that's something that they like to do, and it could be a possibility. It could be some co-op thing, but at the same time, as you've seen, I don't know if you've seen, the Molasses Flood is the smallest team in the CD Projekt family. So I wouldn't expect anything huge because obviously the size of the team, the size of the game. But I hope, I don't hope, I think it might be some survival co-op, but at the same time it could be something entirely different that they haven't done before, and until we get a response, it's, you know, you can just guess. Makes me sad. What makes you sad? The Cyberpunk or? Have you played Mountain Blade 2? Yes, I love Mountain Blade. I actually never covered it, but I love those kind of games. I love it. It's a really nice mix between strategy and, you know, fighting, third-person fighting. So that was cool. That was actually like Mountain Blade is one of the coolest games out there. I might do. Hey, what's up, Nexify? How are you doing? A lot of stuff in games are made by engine-specific tools from an engine, so transporting Cyberpunk would be like remaking the game, yeah, pretty much, because engine is a collection of tools, solutions, and everything you need. Every engine is gonna be different. You will have engine for video games, you will have engine for something else. Unreal Engine 5 is used to video games, to CGI, to movies, to everything, just because the engine is made in that way. It's made to be licensed and utilized for all of the graphic solutions, level design, programming, everything else which is connected. That's why a lot of people are switching to Unreal Engine 5, because it's incredibly like streamlined. So, you know, you can easily do something, but easily means without having to create systems. At the same time, you have epic engineers who know the engine inside out, and if you need to adapt the engine, they can do that for you. So that's a huge plus for a company. And it's just, honestly, CDPR doesn't have enough cash to maintain a proper engine. It simply doesn't, because it's better to use that money on development. It's just how it is, especially if it's going to be giving you issues like Red Engine does, you know. Would like a sequel for this gen though? Who knows? It would be amazing if Molasses Flood released a Shadowrun-esque. It could be as well, but I don't know. I really don't know what they're gonna be working with this. But keep in mind, the Molasses Flood is gonna be a game between The Witcher and everything else. Because right now, what do they have? They have expansion. They have updates for Cyberpunk, which we don't know what those updates are gonna bring. They have The Witcher, and they have the Molasses Flood, and they have the next Witcher, which is not happening anytime soon. So, yeah. Will CD Projekt Red go bankrupt? I saw multiple people saying that on Twitter. I mean, did any one of those people actually look at the recent investors call? I mean, you have the numbers there. So far, when it comes to CD Projekt, they're pretty liquid when it comes to money. The only problem and only problematic, I think, was GOG. It wasn't doing the greatest, but CD Projekt is incredibly liquid as of right now. I mean, you can just look at the numbers. Obviously, if their next game suffered, then that's a problem. That's a big problem. But Cyberpunk, when it comes to money, they brought their money back. So if they haven't, that would be a big problem. Big problem. How about a round of Gwent? Man, I'm so bad in Gwent. The only Gwent I'm good at is actually the one from The Witcher 3, but they've added so many decks and strategies into new Gwent that I just get my ass whooped every single time that I go into Gwent. Luckily, I have a couple of people who play Gwent a lot, like Devil Driven, for example, he used to tell me a couple of like advices on what it is, but they have a lot of cards in that game, man. What about Cyberpunk Red prequel? Yeah, I talked about that. It would be cool to have Cyberpunk Red and the time of Cyberpunk Red, you know. We'll see, you know. We'll see what they do. It's impossible to know right now. Oh, the fact it's hard to port. Yeah. Hey, what type of music do you like? Ever heard of Batul? Not really. I listen to all kinds of music. Like, I don't have a specific genre. It's funny though, because generations like me here, they grew up with rap. They grew up with NWA. They grew up with Eminem, 50, KRS-One, with a bunch of other rappers that I cannot remember right now because my brain is melting. But it was mostly old Shook Ones, those sorts of songs. So yeah, rap was incredibly, but I don't listen to specific thing. I listen to everything. If it's a good song, if it's a good music, it's good music. Like I don't connect myself to one thing. What's your favorite game released this year? Elden Ring. I really like Elden Ring. I really like it. I like the world design because it doesn't tell you where to go. It can be problematic for people, but at the same time, I just love those games because it forces exploration. It forces you to look at the environment, where it's not just, oh, I'm following a line, I'm following a marker, here I go. I don't know. It could be just me, but I like the way a world is presented through that way. So for me, right now, I think it's gonna be Elden Ring so far. Just because I like it a lot. Even pre-made assets in yeah, I mean, what all genre of games CDPR is looking to focus on? No idea. I don't think they're gonna be covering. They already have cards pretty much covered, but could be something connected because they like to make RPGs. That's what they said. We like to make RPGs, so it might be just that. You know, it might be something like, because I know they're working on a new single-player Gwent game, like not like Thronebreaker. They said specifically it's not going to be Thronebreaker, so it's not going to be done in that way. But I think Thronebreaker, if Thronebreaker actually was an RPG in this sense without Gwent, I mean, I like Gwent, but at the same time, that idea would actually be nice to have a game like that. All-time favorite RPGs? Oof. I think my all-time favorite is gonna be Gothic franchise. I like Neverwinter Nights a lot. Dragon Age is pretty good. Origins is actually pretty good, but that's not a franchise. It's one game, right? Then you have Elder Scrolls. Obviously, you have. Man, what else? My brain is just mush. I don't know. My childhood was it was a lot of PlayStation, a little bit of NES, but I grew up in '95, so NES wasn't really that popular. PlayStation 1, then PC, but when we were kind of on this PC era, I was just playing CS and Dota. Those were the two games we played. We didn't play Halo though. People ask me if I played Halo. No, here in Bosnia, Halo is not really popular. I don't think Halo is really popular in Europe all that much, to be honest. So we just stuck to CS and Dota and League of Legends when that came out in beta. But I stopped playing because I don't know. Ever played Knights of Honor? I don't remember right now. Probably not. I don't know. I'll have to check it after the stream. Yeah, Dark Souls is pretty good. Dark Souls is amazing. I don't know, I like that formula because it pushes me out of my comfort zone when you can die a lot of times. That's great for me. Try gaming with Al Dimeola in the back. Oh, I'll check it out. I'm worried the second delay of Witcher Next Gen is going to hurt CDPR more than help. It's been on development for as long as a COD title. Yeah, I mean, who knows what was happening and who knows what will happen. I hope it just comes out one day. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, expectations, like, it's important to know what to expect. Like, they already said what to expect. Nothing huge. Graphical updates, some DLCs, RTX, HDR support. That's pretty much it. And DLCs which are inspired and, you know, cross-promoted with Netflix. So, armor, probably swords, and that's about it. And it's gonna be free, for all of you that know. Arcade racing RPG. I'm not sure they're gonna be doing this. Do you think we'll get something on the 7th birthday of The Witcher 3? Maybe a teaser trailer? Who knows? If they haven't brought back The Witcher back to CDPR, I think yes. But now with this, do I still play CS:GO? Yeah, from time to time. I don't play CS:GO all that much. I don't know. I don't know. I got tired of it, to be honest. I know that they're working on like Source 2 CS, so I might play that, but I just go back to it from time to time. Because we just ended up playing on Face It, because the official matchmaking in CS is awful and it's filled with cheaters, so yeah. But I don't play that much now. I don't honestly don't have the nerves or the time to play it if I want to play it properly. Because we were try-harding CS. We were never playing CS for the sake of fun. We always like that try hard, know your smokes, know this, know that. So it can be a little problematic. But yeah. So that's when it comes to those games. When it comes to different games on the channel, I'll start doing Starfield a little bit, see how that's gonna work. I'm really happy with how the previous video did, so I'm gonna do like a video where I'm going to talk everything that we know so far about it and what to expect so far. But yeah, that's pretty much when it comes to that. Yeah. So it's good. And Stalker. I'm kind of sad that all of these games got delayed. Especially The Witcher and everything else, because I really wanted to play The Witcher now, as everyone else, and cover it, but sadly, it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. It's difficult. It's very difficult. I played, wait, my friend Pedro, that's that game, that's a side scroller, right? Where you just do those, like, animations, like vaults, and you shoot. Is that it? If it's that, I played it a little bit. I played for a couple of levels, cause it's on Game Pass, I believe. Am I still playing Valheim? Yeah, from time to time. I have a bunch of these games which I do on rotation. Like I'll go into Valheim for an hour or two. But I'm just waiting for yeah, I mean, Stalker will be delayed. Yeah, I mean, for obvious reasons. I mean, you know, for now it is what it is, and honestly, like, Stalker is the least worry right now. But yeah. George Rosinski, the author of Thorgal and his son, made a few visits to CDPR. In the most recent visit, he gave CDPR his painting. Is there a source for that? I'm genuinely asking because this looks interesting. I mean, it might not be connected to like developing a Thorgal or something like that. It could be just whatever. I mean, yeah. I know that side scroller. Yeah, I played it a few levels. I didn't finish it. Would you want to have some innovative stuff, gameplay for instance, in the next Witcher game, or an already established type of experience? I mean, I want them to see improve on The Witcher in terms of interactivity, you know. Because I think interactivity would be nice, especially just to elevate the world. And elevate everything else. And elevate combat, which is something that I want to see. Much more deeper combat in the next Witcher game than it was in The Witcher. Witcher combat was nice, it was smooth, but at the same time didn't have too much depth to it for different, you know, you had signs, you had oils and everything else you can use, but combat is combat. Hello Bosnia Love from UK, and much love to UK, much love. But honestly, when it comes to the next Witcher game, it's difficult. It's gonna be very difficult to top The Witcher 3. Incredibly difficult. So we'll see what's gonna be happening with that, you know. Because when you think about it, like, whew, The Witcher 3, you know, it's gonna be tough. I tried to get into Gothic games, Chronicles of Myrtana, but yeah, the combat, it's definitely, like, combat can be incredibly difficult in Gothic just because it hasn't aged well. So it basically relies on hits and momentum. So once you do a swing, you do a swing. You do a swing, you do a swing. And basically that. It's important to swing left and right rather than in front in Gothic. So yeah, fighting in Gothic hasn't aged well at all. It takes a while to get used to it. A lot of people don't want to play it just because of it. We'll see Hogwarts Legacy. Wait, Hogwarts Legacy is coming out by the end of the year, right? I will be covering that because it looks like a very interesting game. I read Harry Potter and I watched the films, but I don't know the lore too much, so I'm gonna play Hogwarts for the sake of being an RPG. But I will cover it. Igni was the worst power. Yeah, Igni was alright. Depends if you unlock the continuous stream. Igni becomes a lot better than just the push you do like a normal one. But if you unlock when you hold Igni, it's much better, much more useful. Bethesda interactivity with the world is still unmatched. I mean, Bethesda, yeah, they put a lot of interactivity, you know, in their world. They can do a lot of stuff. You know, yeah, they do. It's in their style, but they do. I don't know. I just hope Starfield is gonna be good. Honestly, I'm just looking for a new game. I'm looking for a new game to cover and to play. Yeah. I have my eyes on Fable. Yeah, Fable is gonna be interesting. I'm worried. I'm honestly worried how Playground Game is gonna be doing. How are they gonna be doing Fable? Because they haven't, like, they did what? Forza. So hopefully it's good. Witcher 4 protagonist idea, Dandelion. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, I don't know. If it's gonna be in the future, then it could be kind of a create your own Witcher thing, or it could be just a predetermined character. Might be even Ciri. Who knows? I mean, when they say new adventure, they definitely mean no Geralt of Rivia. That's pretty much decided at this moment. And it's obviously, when it comes to The Witcher 4, it's just The Witcher. So the trilogy is gonna be the trilogy. This Witcher is pretty much the start of something new. So yeah. CDPR does not like when you call it The Witcher 4. I've seen it. It's not The Witcher 4. I mean, it could be a possibility we create our own Witcher. Again, who knows? Starfield with mods is gonna be insane. If there is one thing, is that the modding community for Starfield, and obviously as it is with Bethesda, is gonna be working, right? You know, they will allow modding immediately. And my camera froze again. Just give me a sec. I have to do this because I'm using. I'll never use this thing again. I'm using a NVIDIA broadcasting, which basically makes this thing behind me blurred, because this is artificially blurred. This is not actual camera blur, so it can create issues. I think the next big game coming out will be from indie devs, since the unveiling of Unreal. Yeah, I mean, AAA publishers, they like money, so they will be including money, monetization, microtransactions, and yes, the indie community comes in as a clutch every single time, because there's a lot of amazing indie titles that get missed. But yeah, obviously they cannot do experiences that you have with AAA titles, but it still doesn't exclude, you know, a game from being insanely popular, like Valheim was. I mean, I don't think they were indie because they had a publisher, but at the same time, they were just a small studio. Among Us is a perfect example of that. Among Us was done as a side project, and boom, that game exploded. Yeah, Avowed. There is also Avowed coming out. That's also something which I will be covering for sure, because it's RPG. I mean, do I enjoy Metro Exodus over Fallout? I enjoy both. I mean, I played Fallout since I was a kid. I played Metro. So it's like, both are good in my opinion, and I cannot choose one against the other, really. I mean, Red Engine is amazing, but at the same time, it's problematic. Sometimes an engine can be great, but if it's giving you issues, it's giving you issues. Like, look at Frostbite. Anthem failed immensely because of Frostbite. It was not just because of Frostbite, but it was one of the small reasons, because Frostbite is an incredible engine, but it's incredibly robust and difficult if you want to make a game which is not Battlefield or Star Wars, which means map multiplayer shooter, where Anthem was much more than that, had other things, other solutions, other tools it needed, and it was incredibly robust to work with. Minecraft was done, Minecraft was done by Notch, and I think Notch at the beginning, so, one guy. But Minecraft was an incredible title. I mean, the guy made billions, off of that. If you're looking for a new game, Elden Ring is I already played Elden Ring. I have videos on the channel. I think I have a few bosses to finish, and that's about it. I'm gonna be done. I actually went back to Radahn after the update to defeat him again, and they nerfed him hard. Radahn is very easy to defeat now. Like, I don't know, Melania is, I believe, she became worse to defeat, but I don't know, she was a bother for sure. Echo from Ultra Studios had so much potential. Yeah, there's a lot of games which had potential, but they never see the light of day. I just hope the space travel isn't just a glorified loading screen in Starfield. Wait, is Starfield coming out for last gen? Or is it only coming, because I forgot. Every time I turn on stream, my brain is just gone. It just turns off for some reason. It will depend a lot with loading, with how the game is done. Red Engine will put aside or become just a Cyberpunk engine. Yeah, it's pretty much gonna stay to cover what has covered already, including the next gen Witcher and Cyberpunk, but that's pretty much it when it comes to Red Engine. People can forget it. Can't get a new Metro for some reason. Love the claustrophobic feeling. Exodus has very, very claustrophobic moments that I still remember. Some of those. Yeah, I mean, I love that they went with open world in Exodus, but at the same time, it has some sewers and holes that are just terrible. But by far, Stalker is the most difficult, but at the same time atmospheric and scary. But you go into any sort of lab in Stalker, you'll know what I'm talking about. it's crazy. Next gen only. Well, if it's next gen only, then they can work more with more faster loading screens, which might not necessarily be a glorified loading screen, just because they can take advantage of next gen. Radahn was buffed again. Damn, good thing I defeated him. Although I defeated Radahn before the update, so Radahn was incredibly difficult for me. Like, I lost so many nerves on him. Hey Tanish, what's up? Have I ever played any Borderlands? Yeah, of course. Of course. I played I didn't play the newest one, the Tiny Tina's Adventures. I haven't played that. I do have it on PlayStation. It was free, but I didn't play it yet. Outer Wilds is the best space travel game, actually. Which comes out first, Witcher 4 or GTA 6? GTA 6, 100%. Witcher 4 is not... Keep in mind one thing. When you talk about GTA, whenever Rockstar says we're working on it, that means they're pretty good in development. But again, Rockstar of today, what happens? Who knows? And when will it happen? Who knows? Like Rockstar before, you can make some assumptions. Rockstar today, And that's a lot of companies today. It's like, what are they going to do? Who knows? Sinks, hello my friend. Yeah, I mean, Red Engine has, I think it just requires an insane amount of resources to be able to properly run Red Engine. Just insane amount of resources. Then when it comes to streaming from your console, it creates issues. Like even on PC, man, it's like, come on, 3070 Ti, come on. You know, it can stutter, like, come on. I mean, if you cannot run it properly, not just Cyberpunk, if you can't run any game properly of today with 3070, which is right now, number one, incredibly expensive due to just the lack of them. Second of all, like, come on. I think optimization of video games has fallen a lot lately, and that's, you know, mostly due to the complexity of the games. Games today are just huge. Yeah, this is, it's Ramadan here, so we have a canon which announced that the people, the fasting is now completed. Yeah. So that was that. If you heard the boom outside. No, they won't do GTA 6 online. I mean, they will do GTA 6 online, but they will do single player because people would riot a lot. They would lose everyone else pretty much. They would gain new audience, but you know, you have to, like, people have to realize one thing. When it comes to microtransactions, people who know about how microtransactions work and people who are against microtransactions, we are a minority. Majority of people don't know about microtransactions, don't care about microtransactions, or simply are not interested in learning about it. So they will be buying. Your regular gamer who's not really into, like, deep into gaming is gonna be buying it. Today, V-Bucks from Fortnite are used to reward kids. You know, before you buy your kid a toy, now you're gonna be buying your kid a skin in Fortnite. How I know? I have some older friends who have kids, and they tell me, like, we just buy them V-Bucks. I'm like, don't do that. But they don't. Number one, they don't game, so they don't care about that. So only minority hates microtransactions. Keep that in mind. You can just look at how much money they get from microtransactions each year, and everything will be told to you pretty much. Yeah, I'm from Bosnia. What do you expect from Max Payne 1-2 remake? New guns, new stories. I mean, I just want them to do what is in Max Payne, and I want it to be good. And I want it to be fun. And I want everything which made Max Payne the way it is to be there. If it's not, then it's not gonna be Max Payne, you know. But I'm kind of confident in Remedy. Because, you know, they made the game, they know the world, so it's not outsourced to someone else. And if someone wants Max Payne to be good, it's Remedy, I mean. It's their baby. Games are bigger now. Yeah, I mean, games are huge now. It requires incredible workforce of people to QA it. And if it's an open world RPG, it's impossible to QA everything because you can move a bucket in a video game and that can create more issues. Like, it's just how it is. It's just how software works. So, you know, sometimes it's difficult just to do QA of, like, huge games. So they will of course have bugs and glitches. Now it's important to not have those game-breaking ones, and then you can release it. But yeah, it's just how things are today. Let me see, I missed some comments. Yeah, I mean, for people asking, like, no. When it comes to expansions, expansion is coming for last gen as well. There is no way CDPR is going to not release expansions for last gen. Keep one also thing in mind. Making an expansion, let's say you're making Crystal Palace expansion. It's easier for PlayStation 4 and Xbox Series X and Xbox One to render that out because it's a smaller world. You know, it would be as if you played Fallout and then you leave the main map to go into an expansion. So it's easier for those consoles to handle that rather than the big Night City. So no, the expansions are coming out for each platform as they are. I would be incredibly mad and angry if that doesn't happen, and I will call them out if that happens, but it's not happening, so don't worry about it. Speaking of Bosnia, if you play Escape from ETS2, they will be adding your country to the game. Let's hope they don't add my country to the game. Usually when they add someone's country, that's not good, man. That's not good. Are the Witcher books in Bosnian? Did you read them in English? Yeah, they're translated to our language. But you also have English, but I don't know. The best would be the Polish, because that's the main. Yeah, that's how Sapkowski wrote it. But at the same time, Polish is the most difficult Slavic language in a group of Slavic languages. It's the most difficult one. Like, I can understand other languages from this region, but Polish, ooh, that's a tough one, my friend. That's a very tough one. That's a very tough one. Don't worry, Milos. What's up, my friend? Don't worry. We're gonna be live for a bit now, because I have to go to make videos. And as I said, I will be streaming on Twitch most likely, because I want to play games and do longer streams, because these are not the long streams. I think I missed some comments. Let me see. And Techados, what's up, my friend? Sorry I missed you. Have I played Chernobylite? Yeah, I have a review on the channel for Chernobylite. Are they releasing the next gen version now, I believe? Am I a fan of Jaco? Of course. He's one of the best players we've had in a very long time. He's a GOAT. Am I a fan of Atom RPG? Great game. I heard about that game. I actually have that game, but I don't think I played it. Yeah, I mean, people spend money. I mean, look. How I view this, when someone spends money on something, skin, whatever, game, I'll say you earn that money, it's your right to spend that money on whatever you want. Throw it, whatever, buy something, it's your money. I mean, but that's just how it is. Because outside of our little sphere and generally from like gaming communities, microtransactions are really not the problem. They're making tons of money from it. It's simple as that. If they were not making tons of money from it, you wouldn't have any microtransactions. It's just that simple. I mean, why do they implement microtransactions? They make money. It's the most like basic term there. What region am I from? I'm from southern East Bosnia, because Bosnia is like 2 entities. I'm from Federation. It's the same. But yeah, I'm from Bosnia. Hello from Polish guy who resided in UK. Hello, my friend. How many times have I completed The Witcher 3? Whew, I don't know. 3-4 times. I mean, it's not too much because, you know, I don't know. I like to enjoy the world rather than, you know, replay. But I did the replays for the sake of different decisions, because Cyberpunk, The Witcher has a lot of them. Am I a fan? What I think about Netflix series? It's alright. It's good. It's decent. I mean, I like some things. I don't like some things. But yeah, it's alright. Euro Truck Simulator. Yeah. I did play Euro Truck Simulator a long time ago, but I'm not a truck. I don't know. That game is best if you have a wheel, but I always play it with a keyboard, and it's like it's not enjoyable. Like you need to have a wheel to really enjoy like those sorts of games. So I think Mandri, I think, look, I mean, I don't know. For me, Polish is the most difficult to understand. Greetings from the Netherlands. Hey back. Hey back to Netherlands. Even Rockstar is currently only having GTA Plus for new consoles, but it will only last till Rockstar want to bring GTA to all platforms. Yeah, GTA Plus, that's pathetic. GTA Plus, come on, man. You have a subscription service for your game. Come on, how much money is enough money? Like, how much money is enough money? Like, you have to give back to the community a little bit if you want to take money from people. Like, go and update Red Dead Online a little bit. They won't. But let me put another, way of taking money from people for nothing. For a few $100,000 a month you can earn in, like, I can make millions in like an hour with Cayo Perico. In a day I can make millions and millions just by farming Cayo Perico. It's cheat code basically. What additions do I expect to be present in next gen version of The Witcher? Well, it's gonna be graphical, texture upgrades. That's pretty much it. I'm excited to see how ray tracing and everything else is gonna be implemented, and that's pretty much it. I wouldn't be obviously going for anything else because this is mostly a graphical update. But because it's being developed for so long, people have this assumption it's gonna be something huge, which I think it won't. How many hours have I clocked in Cyberpunk? I don't know. A good amount. A very good amount. Because keep in mind, gameplays plus recording gameplays plus recording footage for the channel, it's always just, But I don't know, right now I have to start GOG and a lot. I'm learning Ukrainian, which apparently resembles Polish quite a lot. How close is Bosnian to those languages? Yeah, it's I don't know. Even Ukrainian is a little bit easier to understand. Generally, you can understand some. Even in Polish, you can understand some words. But if a Polish person is, let's say, speaking very fast, they're talking to someone else who speaks Polish, they will speak in a different way, as you would in your language. So for someone who doesn't understand the language or understands a little bit, it can be problematic. But Ukrainian is relatively all right. Honestly, because Ukrainian has a lot more similar words with Bosnian, Serbian, Croatian, whatever. Yeah, Edge Runner is also coming out. That's true. Yeah, any news on CP anime? That's coming out, but it's nothing so far. That's anime. That's coming out because that's already been signed and finished with the company. What do you think of Saints Row customization trailer yesterday? I haven't seen it. I gotta go watch it. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really excited about the new Saints Row. I don't know. I like the old Saints Row. They changed it. So I don't know. I have to wait for the game to come out to see if it's gonna be interesting or fun. Because I don't know. I like the previous characters that were in Saints Row Gat and everyone else. These new ones, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really that excited. It's a grind, you can do it, you can buy it with in-game money. Yeah, you can buy a lot of stuff with in-game money. In GTA with in-game, you can farm that money relatively easy. Especially on PC. Like, if you're bothered by people in GTA Online and you want to do Cayo Perico preparation normally, just turn on the services in Task Manager, just type services. Stop the process for GTA Online once you're in the game, just suspend it for a few 10 seconds, resume it, and you're gonna be alone in a public lobby. Easy. And you won't be bothered by kids. Which comes out, Witcher 4 or Elder Scrolls 6? Ooh, that's a difficult one. Prediction or release window? If they don't have a lot to do, maybe end of the year. If they do, who knows? But I kind of think it might come out this year because the expansion is coming out, but in the 2023. But it's just speculation so far, and I don't have anything to base it off of any evidence, sadly. Polish is similar to Slovak? Yeah, probably. Yeah, GTA will be like Second Life. Yeah, it's gonna be difficult to impress people with the next GTA. Um, just because of success of G. That's the thing. Like Rockstar, I mean, but you know, Red Dead Redemption 2, which released after GTA, was a pretty good game. Let's not lie. Like Red Dead Redemption 2 is one heck of a game. It's a masterpiece for me personally. Bulgarian, yeah. I think the easiest language for me to understand is North Macedonian. Macedonian. It's the easiest. It's very similar to our language. Very similar. When people are speaking there, I can pretty normally understand. Maybe some words, but I can kinda, understand what they mean. Do you have a favorite Shadowrun? Not really. I mean, I play the games, but I'm not like a huge fan. I don't play that much. Yeah, Saints Row 4 is like Flash and Superman game that we did not deserve. They showed us how it actually could be done. Yeah, Saints Row, like I think Saints Row 2 has the best balance between crazy and logical. Later on, they just went like, let's just go crazy. Let's just go insane. But for me, Saints Row 2 is my favorite Saints Row game. It's just the cutscenes in Saints Row 2 are phenomenal. For that time, having those cutscenes so well directed, so well acted, that was great. Cutscenes are one of the strongest suits of Saints Row 2, definitely. They were fantastic. Have I played the Mafia games? Yeah. I played all of them. My favorite would be the second one. The first one is cool. I played both the remake and the original one. I like the original Mafia because it has more details, but I like Mafia remake because they really did a nice remake. Like they really did a nice remake for Mafia. For Mafia 1, that was really well done. How's the weather in Bosnia? Let me see. It's alright, it's rainy. See. It's 13 degrees. But it's alright. Sometimes rain, sometimes sun. But it can be incredibly hot here during the summer. Like it's hell. Saints Row customization looks great, but for what? There is no story or any reason. I mean, yeah, it's cool for cutscenes, honestly, but I'm just worried about this new Saints Row and how is it gonna be. Like, who knows, man? I hope it's gonna be good. Red Dead Redemption 2 is the best game Rockstar has made. They made a lot of great games. I mean, every Rockstar game has a lot of, but they really nailed the writing in Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, oh my god, the game is too long though. The game, like Red Dead Redemption 2, especially in the end, it stretches out a lot. But at the same time, like it's that epic big story that they give you for years to play. Because honestly, that's how you should play, like games from Rockstar. And it's like, those games are not made to be finished in one day. This is how it is. It's just how it is. Oh yeah, I played LA Noire the other day, and oh my god, that game is so good. That game is so good. Any movies I would suggest? Depends, really. Like here I have, behind me I have the Star Wars Episode 4. Godfather, The Grand Budapest Hotel from Wes Anderson, I really recommend that. Blade Runner, obviously. I watched Batman. Also, I watched Batman last night on HBO Max, and I watched it in the theater. Oh man, I really enjoyed the new Batman. I really enjoyed it. It was that movie surprised me. I was not expecting it to be that good, man. It was alright. It was a good movie. I mean, for me, Nolan is still gonna be Nolan, but this new Batman, Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty fun to watch. Because I was worried like 3 hours I'm gonna fall asleep. But no, that was fun. I didn't feel it personally. I didn't feel like time. Speaking of weather, we got our first rain here, which means hell has been announced. Oh my god. Yeah, you get those seasons, right? Hello, LastKnownMeal. I got into your channel after looking a bit about Gothic 1 in YouTube. Have I played Kingdom Come Deliverance? Of course, of course. I have a few videos on Kingdom Come Deliverance. That was a great title. Much better than I expected for it to be. The writing in Kingdom Come Deliverance is phenomenal. Like, the story is really good. Hey, LK, I have a question. Am I from Poland? No, I'm from Bosnia. Which is pretty close to Poland, but no, I'm from Bosnia. Yeah, I mean, Batman was fun. It had sometimes moments where I was like, eh, but sometimes it had some really cool moments. And Pattinson is doing pretty good as Batman. Like, especially in the suit, he's pretty good. Pretty good. And that was more of a comic book type Batman, which I really like, you know. I wish there was more from Riddler. I won't go into spoilers. Because I know there's people who haven't watched the film, obviously, so I won't go. Who's my best Batman? I mean, obviously, I could go for, the classic Christian Bale. It's Christian Bale, right? Yeah. But what was the guy that did the Batman long time ago? Not Kilmer? Val Kilmer? Not him. And not George Clooney. The guy from Birdman. Help. I forgot his name. I watched a series, Dope Sick, from him just now, and I forgot what the name of the character is, of the actor. Not Adam West. No, not Adam West. The I have to go now. I have to go and see. I have to go now. Let me see. Yeah, Michael Keaton. Yeah. I actually like Michael Keaton in Batman. I don't know. Might be because I watched it as a kid and kind of stayed, but it is how it is. But remember Batman with Arnold as Mr. Freeze? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I occasionally watch Batman, just so I could laugh, because that's a comedy. That's not a Batman film. That's a comedy. Yeah, Michael Keaton. What do I think about the movie Joker? Yeah, it was good. Ooh, it was a good film. Oh yeah, I heard that Keaton is gonna be a Flash in Batman in the Flash as well. He's gonna be like old Batman, right? He's gonna be obviously playing older Batman, obviously. Yeah, but Michael Keaton is great. Yeah, I mean, Adam West, I think I'm a little bit too young for Adam West. Keaton is the best Bruce Wayne. I agree. Keaton is a really good Bruce Wayne. Really good. I think, yeah, the new Batman, like when people compare the new Batman with Nolan's films, they're different. Like, they're different. Like, the new Batman is not really Nolan-ish. It's not. It's different. Nolan likes to do different sort of shots. He likes to do wide shots all the time. That's Nolan. Nolan uses special effects in different way. Nolan uses color grading in a different way. Much different than the new Batman. Oh yeah, The Boys is great. The Boys actually surprised me. I lived in France when the first Burton Batman movie came out, and it was weird with dubbed soundtrack. Don't watch dubbed movies ever. Actually, I had a problem one time with dubbed films, because when I was in Vienna, I was having problem because I watched the Endgame in IMAX. That was an amazing experience. That it was expensive, but I had a problem because I was trying to find a theater which doesn't dub films, didn't dub films in German, because I don't know it. I know it a little bit, not too much, but I can't watch a film in German dubbing. It's impossible. So in Austrian, whatever. So yeah, it's just I was looking for an English dubbing that was difficult to find. Yeah, it's definitely Arkham Asylum style, especially because how Batman's armor, you know, you can see the damages on the armor, and I like how Batman is not some guy who you hit and he's like just doing this. You can see that, you know, he was hurt, but not too realistically. It was still done in a more of that, you know, comic book sense. And I like how it's like, oh, Batman does not kill, yet he deforms the faces of people. Yeah, it was. Yeah, the new Batman was very thriller-like. It was very detective-like, and I like that. I really enjoyed that a lot. And it was a bit of a superhero movie in the end, which again I don't want to go into spoilers. Yeah, Hawkshot. Yeah, I did have a Vault Boy for a long time. That was covering Fallout back then a lot. Yeah, but that's about it when it comes to that. So I will be ending the stream now because I have to go and work on videos. I will do more of these. As I said, I'm gonna go probably stream on Twitch just because YouTube is problematic to stream, and it's. I apologize if some people don't want to switch to Twitch, but I will, of course, the videos on the channel will still stay on the channel. That's my main priority. I like to do videos, and I will continue to do videos because videos are my primary thing. I'm not a primary streamer. I'm just not. I like to make videos. So I will stream more on Twitch, so you can follow me there, Twitch TV/LastKnownMeal, I think. When it comes to community hangouts, they will be here on YouTube most likely, but when it comes to walkthroughs and everything else, it might be just on Twitch, and I will upload, like, I'll make an archive website. Just because I already explained at the beginning, YouTube is problematic to stream. Very problematic, very robust, and just it can ruin a channel. Like, you can get copyright striked like that if you accidentally show something which you shouldn't. Yeah, I haven't read Torgal, gonna be honest, I haven't. I heard about that he was in CDPR offices, but I'm gonna go and actually check it out because I haven't. Yeah, it was a good stream. Actually, thank you so much for coming. It was actually amazing to talk with everyone. It was really good. It was really fun. Thank you so much. Thank you for making my day. So cheers to all of you. But yeah, new video tomorrow. More streams definitely, because I like streaming, but I'm not primarily a streamer. I envy, like, when I look at XQC and everyone else who's streaming for like 17 hours, I'm like, how, man? I don't know. It might be just me because I'm not used to being live for 17 hours. That would be tough, but I don't know. We'll see. There's always, like, transitioning from, like, I'm not transitioning, but doing streams is different from doing content. And doing streams, I know people say, like, doing streams is easy, you know. What's Twitch channel name? Just LastKnownMeal. I'm LastKnownMeal across every other social platform, pretty much. But yeah, when it comes to, like, streaming, man, that's tough. But whoever says, like, streaming is easy, oh man, it can be incredibly taxing to stream. Especially because you have to be entertaining, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to keep interest from people. So it's like streaming is always worst. In TV production, 1 hour of live program equals to hours of just doing normal program. It can be stressful as doing entire day of work. That's why, like, doing lives for television and doing lives in general, it's incredibly taxing. You know, just how it is. Search and can't find you, really? Because, like, just let me go. LastKnownMeal Twitch. Yeah, it's here. It's Twitch. Yeah, pretty much appear first. Hey Kenyon, what's up, my man? What's up? Let me see if I can post a link. Just give me a sec. Just a moment. Twitch, LastKnownMeal. Sorry about the keyboard. Yeah. Here it is. Wow, okay. I thought the URL is gonna be broken. But yeah, you can follow me there, and I will do streams there. Yeah, so hopefully you get it. But yeah, when it comes to those streams, I'll just do games there. And we'll see how it's gonna go. But I'll upload archives in general. Yeah, because yeah, it's you know, I wish YouTube was better in that sense, but they haven't shown any signs of improving, gonna be honest. Like the page for streaming is pretty much the same for 2 years now. Yeah. It seems case sensitive. I didn't know. I read this fast. You got me there, man. No. And even swearing on Twitch, on YouTube. One time I swear and I have to file it in my monetization tab. It's like and YouTube, when you're speaking during videos, it basically transcribes everything you say. So if you say something which you shouldn't, that's how they get you. And it's terrible. I know, it's terrible. It's collecting all of that data. Oh man, I think they love it. They love that. Ah, you found me then there we go. Yeah, it's much easier. And of course, as I said, I have drops on Twitch. I have that enabled, but I didn't stream. And they were like, you wanna do drops? I'm like, yeah, I'm not on Twitch. But so yeah, when there's some like drops or something, I'll do if it's a game which is connected to the channel, definitely. Yeah. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for stopping by. Don't forget to check us out on Twitter and Discord if you want to join the community there. Hopefully every one of you has a great day, night, morning, wherever you are, and I wish you all the best. And of course, as I said, these community hangouts will happen each week now as they were happening before. So the streams are now back on the channel as well as the other content which I want to do. Oh, I thought you're gonna make me say something which I shouldn't, you know, which I shouldn't. So yeah, all right. See you, everyone. Thank you again for stopping by, and have a great day. And as I said, follow us there if you want to be, you know, updated with everything I do. Oh, thank you, Wissy, for coming. Thank you. Bye bye, everyone. See you next time.